Hello, hello. Okay, I think I need to not select. Hello. Am I audible now, by the way? What's happening? I think I need to close this. OBS. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Audible, audible. Am I audible now? By any chance? Also, I think there is some light also gone. Hmm. Yes. Better lighting? Audible now? Audible? Audible nicely? Audible nicely? Wait, huh? Let me check my audio. Audible? Oh, I am audible now. I don't know what happened. Usually I go live with this setting and then that setting was not working. Suddenly other settings started working out. Okay, anyway. Alright, I'm not gonna commit the same mistake of keeping my mic on my t-shirt because regular students know what happened with Ninja Ma'am. Huh? Ninja Ma'am has ruined two mics just because of clipping on the t-shirt. Okay. Yes. So now I think I can see you all right. Let me interact with you a little bit because I think there is some issue also. Like mic aux, right? Filter. Okay. Gain. Okay. Hmm. Better? Yes. Abhijit, yes, I can see you. After long time, I do remember you. Okay? All right. Don't go into that FOMO zone. Everyone. Okay, so now I think we are live perfectly. I am audible as well as visible. And I can see that a lot of 2027 aspirants are also there. Okay, yes, any 2027 aspirant. Good evening, Sudarshan. How is everybody doing? And make sure the moment you enter today's session, you have to smash the like button. Okay. Can 11 students watch this video, ma'am? 100%. Can you see the title of today's session is for 2026 as well as 2027 aspirants. I joined Sigma course, but new batch. Okay. Queen, I got your message on Instagram. I couldn't reply. I got your message on Telegram also. I couldn't reply. I'm so sorry. But voice is very low. Is it? Filters. I think now it's good. Now it's like that sweet spot. Okay, all right. Their sibling, done, done, done. Yes, so don't worry, Queen. I was replying it to you. Do not worry. Planning has been done for you. If you are a new joinee in Sigma batch, please do not feel that, oh, I have missed previous topic. Don't do that because see, if we have actually taken you in that batch, we know that those topics are not like those topics you will not cover. So you will get time, you will get the information also, and I will reply it to you. Okay? Yes? All right, everyone. 2029 aspirant is also there. All right, everyone. Ma'am, why you are called as ninja? Can anybody reply that why people call me ninja? I have told this so many times. When I was teaching in offline center, you know what, in offline center what used to happen, we never used to take teacher's name, like students never used to take teacher's name. So my name was Namrata, my name was kya is Namrata Jaisinghani, right? So it was Namrata Jaisinghani, NJ, my initials were NJ, right? So yes, NJ, and because I used to teach mathematics, there was a small m also, NJM, NJM ma'am, NJM ma'am. And I always used to give technique, shortcuts, right? So in that manner, student used to call me Ninja ma'am, Ninja technique, like that. NJM ma'am, NJM technique. Lecture kab start hua hai? Lecture is gonna start right now, right here, okay? So yes, let's now start today's session. And what we are going to do, we are going to discuss parabola, okay? You know what? Parabola is the basic building block of your ellipse and hyperbola. Okay, today everything will be covered in parabola. See, for parabola, I need 2 sessions. One session we are doing it like at 6 o'clock today. And one more session we are going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be finishing parabola completely. Okay. Now please understand. Let me talk about parabola. Let me just talk about that how important it is to understand parabola in order to understand ellipse and hyperbola. Okay. You know what? In parabola, we will start with basics of conic section. So there are a couple of terms which are common to parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. Right? For example, I'll tell you directrix. Directrix is there in parabola, directrix is there in ellipse, directrix is there in hyperbola. Are you getting my point? Then we have focus also, right? Focus is there in parabola, focus in ellipse, focus in hyperbola. Then we have latus, rectum. So many important terms are common to these 3 things. So what we are going to do over here is we are going to invest a good time in parabola. Nicely, we need to understand all the terms. And please keep that in mind that when I am studying parabola, parallelly what is happening, my ellipse and hyperbola are also getting covered to an extent. Okay? So if you are going to ruin parabola, no, then your ellipse and hyperbola will also get ruined. Okay? So make sure that you clear your base and make sure that you understand that understanding parabola and all the terms are very important if you want to give an honest attempt to the conic section segment. That's how it is studied. If you are going to say, parabola, I'll do little parabola, okay? And then I'll be like now ellipse ke time pe you'll be like, I am very serious now in ellipse chapter, but ellipse is not coming to me. It will not come to you, okay? Because parabola, you have ruined it. I hope this is clear. Yes. So just leave the things up to me only and just surrender for this parabola session. And we are going to go a little slow also in the beginning, because you know what? The beginning of the parabola is very important. The beginning is actually something which is common to all the 3 chapters, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. Okay. Parabola, ma'am, ellipse and hyperbola are easy. Parabola is difficult. No, so yes, I think one student is saying something. Ari Varasu, right? Ari Varasu is saying ellipse and hyperbola is easy, but parabola is difficult. Why is he saying that? Because you know what? If you understand the parabola now, terms are familiar to you. Directrix familiar, latus rectum familiar, focus familiar. Okay, the types of questions are also same. You know what? Same question will be asked for a parabola, that find the tangent to parabola. Find the tangent to ellipse, find the tangent to hyperbola. The method is same, just the formula is different. Okay, that's why, because you have done a similar thing in parabola and now you are studying ellipse and hyperbola now. So what will happen now? You are actually going to get the familiar feeling. I to know this, I have practiced it, like that. Okay, chalo, I think enough we have spoken about parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. I know one more thing. Now people are talking about weightage, right? Weightage of parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. So you know what, weightage of these three chapters are 2 to 3 questions you can expect. 2 questions so you can expect. Sure, from parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. Okay, yes. Now if anyone who is coming to this session for the very first time, do let me know. Anyone who is coming for this session for the very first time, or our channel to the very first time, let me know in the chat box. Okay, yes. So this is my brief introduction. My name is Namrata and I have over a decade of teaching experience in both online and offline, and these are my credentials. And you know what, I'll be sharing a ninja technique with you today, okay, at 8:30 or 9ish via a shorts. Okay, Abhijit is telling me first time. For conic section, I would say basic knowledge of coordinate geometry is required. Okay, yes. All right, now let's start with general conic section terminologies understanding. Okay, yes. A conic section, right? A conic section or a conic is a locus of a point which moves in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point is in a constant ratio to its distance from a fixed line. Okay, not passing through given fixed point. Now understand this. This is a general definition of a conic section. That means this is the definition of parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. All three comes under same definition, follows the same definition. For that you need to have a fixed point FP and you have a fixed line FL. Fixed point will be called as focus and fixed line will be called as directrix in all the 3 cases. Everybody getting it? Now you have a fixed point and a fixed line. Okay, now you will have FP. So suppose this is F. F is the focus, correct? This point is F. Now P is that moving point x comma y or h comma k, right? This moving point is what? The moving point will trace for ellipse, for parabola, for hyperbola. This moving point could be any conic. Parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, it can be anything, right? Now distance of the moving point from the fixed point is what PF. And from this line, fixed line, so from fixed line, if you are looking for a point and a line, right? Point and the line, this is your line. So fixed point, fixed line, then this is what PS. Okay, right? So PF. Now as per the definition, if you see, distance of P from fixed point upon distance of P from fixed line. So PF upon PS is nothing but a constant. Okay, this is the definition of conic section. Okay, understand? Right? So distance of this moving point. Now this moving point will move in such a way, every point you take on this curve, what will happen? This point P, distance PF and PS will be like PF upon PS will be constant. Okay. Now this constant over here is also known as eccentricity. Eccentricity, this constant, right? This constant now will vary For parabola, it will be different. For ellipse, it will be different. For hyperbola, it will be different. Okay, so let's talk about that right here, right now. Okay, so depending upon the value of E, we will get different conic section. If your eccentricity is 1, that means your ratio over here is 1. It is a parabola. So what does that mean now? Understand. In parabola, what happens? If I go back, what happens in a parabola? In parabola, distance of a moving point or distance of a point on parabola. Okay, so distance from fixed point and this distance from fixed line are equal over here. Are you getting my point? Let me explain you. PS is equals to PM. Okay, so distance from focus and distance from directrix of this point lying on the parabola are equal. That's the definition of parabola. What's the definition of parabola? What's the definition of parabola? So definition of parabola now. Definition of parabola says that parabola is that particular curve. Okay, this is your focus. Parabola will have a focus and this. Now if you take any point P on this parabola, PF will be equal to what? PS. PF is equals to PS. So this point P will move in such a way. This point P will move in such a way, will trace only that path which satisfy this condition. What's this condition? Distance of that moving point from focus and from directrix should be equal. That is the definition of parabola. Okay, right? See, we have a very basic definition of circle. Can anybody tell me what's the definition of circle? Circle means a point will move in a condition, in a certain condition. Right? What is the definition of circle? Tell me. There is a fixed point in circle, right? Now there is a moving point. There is this moving point x comma y. It can be anywhere, but it should follow the condition. What's the condition? Distance of P from this point, fixed point. Okay, this is equal. So P can be anywhere, but distance should be equal and it should be constant, basically radius, radius, radius. So now if you join that point, a circle will get formed. Right? Okay. Okay, I can see one student is expecting me to talk in Hindi. You know what? I can't do that because this is a pure English channel. I hope you understand that there are so many channels dedicated to Hindi and English, but for those people who do not understand Hindi at all, this is the channel which is dedicated to pure English speaking audience, right? Okay. So you understood now what is the definition of circle? So every like straight line is also following certain condition. Okay. So any curve will follow certain rules. Okay. I hope that you are getting it. Circle follows what? Circle follows the condition that it will all the points lying on the circle are at fixed distance from the center, always. Always. Right or wrong? Yes. Same, similar condition, parabola also similar condition will be happening, right? Now in parabola, what is happening? We have a fixed point. But in addition to a fixed point like circle, we have a fixed line also. Fixed point is called as focus. Fixed line is called as directrix. Okay. Now what's the condition of parabola? How will my parabola get formed? So any point you take on this parabola, distance from focus and distance from directrix should be equal. I hope now you are getting the definition of parabola. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to derive a parabola. Okay, so that you understand it better. But you know what? Before derivation of parabola, what we are going to do is we are going to understand the terminologies. Okay, the fixed point S is called as focus. So focus is usually represented by S. Can you see this is your S, focus, fixed point. Okay. The fixed straight line is called as directrix. So we have this and this. So that I have already told you, right? Fixed point, fixed line. The constant ratio is called as eccentricity of the conic, generally denoted by E, which is 1 in case of parabola. In case of ellipse, it is less than 1, and in case of hyperbola, it is greater than 1. Right now, we are only focusing on parabola, correct? Now, a line through, one more thing, one more important definition you should understand is a line through focus. One additional term. Can you see axis of parabola? What is axis of parabola? This is the definition of axis of parabola. A line through the focus and perpendicular to the directrix. Can you tell me which line is this? A line which is passing through focus. So, ma'am, this is the focus, right? This is the focus and it is perpendicular to directrix. So, a line which is passing through focus and perpendicular, everybody, passing through focus and perpendicular to directrix is nothing but axis of parabola. Okay, everybody, axis of parabola. Give me a big thumbs up if you have understood this point also. Okay, ma'am, got it now. The fifth point, okay, let's understand gradually what are the points over here. The point of intersection of the conic with its axis is called its vertex. So, can you see this parabola? This is a parabola, ma'am. This is a directrix. This is a focus and this is an axis. Now, your axis and your parabola. Tell me quickly. Axis and parabola. Please understand these definitions should be remembered as it is. Okay, what is vertex? You'll be like, no ma'am, vertex is this. No, tell me the exact definition. Vertex is intersection point of parabola with its axis. Parabola and axis intersect, vertex. So, this is your axis, ma'am. This is my parabola. So, clearly, this is your vertex. Okay, everybody? Right? Okay. Abhijit is asking, what is conic? I just gave you the definition of conic. Can you read this? A conic section is nothing but a locus. What is a circle? Abhijit, can you tell me what is a circle? A circle is nothing but a locus. What is locus? Locus means path. Path means drawing. Okay. So, conic section is also a drawing, but it is not a random drawing, like wavy drawing. Is circle random? Let me tell you. Is this a circle, Abhijit? No. So, you'll be like a closed figure is circle. Is this a circle? No. Why this is not a circle? Tell me. So, basically, circle is absolutely defined. You randomly cannot call anything as a circle. Okay? How will you explain? Without drawing a circle, how will you explain? Tell me. You have to define, right? Mathematically, you have to define. Okay? Right? So, what's the definition of circle? Do you know the definition of circle, Abhijit? Tell me, na? Definition of circle. Radius should be same. What is radius? What is radius? If somebody is sitting in first class, Abhijit, will you be able to tell the radius? Like radius, something radius. Nobody will understand, right? If they don't know the meaning of radius, how will they understand? Do not use the term. What is a circle? Now tell me. You can't use the word radius. What is now Abhijit is saying distance from the center should be same. What is center? Center also they do not know. Yes. So you have to use the normal terms. Now you are getting it. Distance of every point on this path, distance, this is fixed point, distance from every point on this path from fixed point should be same. And now you can introduce that, okay, that fixed point is known as center and fixed distance is known as radius. Okay. Similarly, now what is a conic? What is a conic? Conic means locus of a path whose distance from fixed point and fixed line. So this distance PS and this is PS and this is PM. So ratio of distance of P point from fixed point and fixed line PS upon PM is constant. If this is happening, then it is a conic. If this condition is true, then this is a conic. Right? Now this constant, if this constant is equal to 1, then you know what? We'll get a parabola. Okay? If it is less than 1, we'll get an ellipse. If it is greater than 1, then it is hyperbola. Okay? Alright everybody? Yes? Getting it? Okie dokie? Yes. Okay, so I think till 5 point it is clear now. Let's do one thing. And let's talk about standard parabola. Do you remember the standard equation of circle? How many of you remember the standard equation of circle? Standard equation of circle means what? What is standard? Standard equation of circle is what? X square plus y square is equals to r square. What does that mean? That means we have fixed that, okay, center is origin. Right? Center is origin. Correct? So over here in standard equation of parabola, what we have done is we have fixed two things. That means the fixed point is decided, pre-decided. You don't have say about it. Okay. So over here, this is a comma 0, which is S, which is by the way focus of a parabola. A comma 0 is, so I have decided one fine day we can for the circle with equation. Abhijit, what are you writing? I don't even understand. English is not Englishing. Parabola is parabolaing. Paraboling. Okay. This is your focus, right? And this is your directrix. X is equals to minus A. Okay. Right? And you know what? Your parabola looks like this. Parabola looks like this. What is happening? Yes, this is your parabola. Okay, let's derive the equation now. Okay, how do you find the locus? So we will take a point P, x comma y on this parabola. Correct? Now as per the definition everybody, distance of P from S is equals to distance of P from directrix. So PS is equals to PM. Everybody? Yes? Have I written something incorrect over here? Can we form the circle with the equation? Abhijit, we need to study circle. I hope that you are aware about it. You have come here without understanding circle, maybe. I don't know. Alright, now x comma y and a comma 0, right? PS. Can you just tell me the distance between this? So PS square also we can do, x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equals to pm square. Is equals to pm square. Okay, now what is pm square? See, understand. This is minus, this is origin, right? So this distance is what? Can anybody tell me? This distance is a. And you know what? This distance over here is x plus a. Mod you have to apply. So anyway, it is going to be mod x plus a because it is a distance and there is a square. Now open it. X square plus a square minus 2ax plus y square is equals to x square plus a square plus 2ax. Correct? X square cancel, a square cancel. So from here y square is equals to 4ax. This is nothing but standard parabola. Y square is equals to 4ax. It is the equation of standard parabola, my dear students. Okay? Understanding it? Alright? Chalo. So now, let's understand some standard parabola. Okay? So we have 4 standard parabola. Number 1, so we have already seen y square is equals to 4ax. It is a rightward opening parabola with vertex at origin. Okay. Its focus is a comma 0 and directrix will be x is equals to minus a. Okay. Right. Now let me move on to the next parabola. Y square is equals to minus 4ax. Can you see negative 4ax? That means x will become negative. So it will be a leftward opening parabola. Okay. Leftward opening parabola, as you can see over here. Right. Now the focus will be minus a comma 0 and directrix will be x is equals to a. Okay. Alright. And axis of parabola in both cases will remain x-axis. Now here, if I talk about this, x square is equals to 4ay and x square is equals to minus 4ay. Please understand how to remember the shape by the equation. Ninja Ma'am is going to tell you. Which is the non-squared term? So ma'am, non-squared term is x. So the opening will be towards non-squared term in a parabola. Okay. Alright, Abhijit, this session is not for you. I am so sorry about it. Okay, so rightward opening parabola. This is leftward opening parabola. Why? Because non-squared term is x. Open towards x. Open towards minus x. Open towards non-squared term y. And open towards non-squared term minus y. So upward facing parabola and here downward facing parabola. Now upward facing parabola will have focus 0 comma a and here the focus will be 0 comma minus a. Correct? Now also here the directrix is y is equals to minus a. Here the directrix will be y is equals to plus a. Okay. Now I don't think so that will be any issue, right? Basically, chalo, I'll give it to you. Tell me y square is equals to 3x. Can you tell me the focus of it? Let's do this. Okay. So ma'am, let's compare y square is equals to 4ax. Let me draw ma'am. 4ax, so ma'am, rightward opening parabola. This is focus, this is directrix. So positive focus a comma 0, negative directrix x equals to minus a, everybody. Okay. Now compare. So you will realize that your a is 3 by 4. So focus will be what? 3 by 4 comma 0 and x is equals to minus a. So a is what? 3 by 4, correct? So it is minus 3 by 4. Okay. Clear, everybody? Alright, so this is the basic, right? Now let me talk about something which is very important to a parabola, which is nothing but double ordinate and latus rectum. Double ordinate and latus rectum. First of all, double ordinate. Double ordinate is nothing but a chord which is perpendicular to the axis of parabola. So can you see this is your double ordinate? Okay, basically what is happening, because of the symmetry, right, we can see that this length and this length will be equal. So this length are equal. Double ordinate, correct? Double ordinate is a chord which is perpendicular to axis of parabola. Okay. Now there is a special case of double ordinate. A double ordinate, okay, which passes through focus. Can you see? A double ordinate which passes through focus is nothing but latus rectum. What is latus rectum? Latus rectum is a chord only, right? A chord which is perpendicular to axis. Okay. And passing through focus. So this is something which is very important. Let me come back, and this is your latus rectum, correct? Now length of latus rectum in all the 4 cases, if you can see, is 4 times A. Let's understand how to find length of latus rectum. Okay, so let's do this thing now. Let me find out this y square is equals to 4ax. Let me find out the coordinates of this point. Can you see that this is your focus, a comma 0. So now you know what, this line is nothing but x is equals to a. If you can see, this line over here is nothing but a units always, because it is a perpendicular now. So this is a units away from the origin always, or a units away from the y-axis. So this is a comma something, this is also a comma something. Now that means latus rectum extreme points we are calculating, right? It is also known as extremities of latus rectum. Extremities of latus rectum, right? If you put a over here, so y square is equals to 4a square. Y is equals to plus minus 2a. So clearly this is 2a and this is minus 2a. Distance between these two will be what? See, this length is 2a, this length is 2a, overall length is 4a. That's how you calculate the coordinates of extremities of latus rectum. Okay. Yes, clear. I think we need some question to understand the whole scenario a little better. What do you think? What do you think? Let's understand the scenario a little better. Okay. All right. Let's do one question. Now the moment you see this question, you will be like, ma'am, you have taught us standard parabola, and now you are giving up some questions which are related to a non-standard parabola. How come? You know what? Your whole problem will be simplified if you understand that distances which we can see in a standard parabola will be same in a non-standard parabola. Let me tell you what I'm trying to say. See, this is your standard parabola, right? Yes, ma'am. This is focus, correct? This is your direct vertex, and this is your directrix. Okay, this length is a units because a comma 0. This length is also a units because x equals to minus a. Can I say that distance between directrix, vertex and focus, basically vertex is equals to midpoint of directrix, basically not directrix, we can say foot of directrix, okay, and focus. This particular information is valid for all the parabola. Yes, no need to have standard parabola. So sometimes they give you random parabola. Do not complain that they are not giving standard, it is not in syllabus. But the basic of parabola is same throughout all the parabolas. No matter the parabola is gone to Mars or Moon, distances will be same. Okay. The axis of parabola lies along x-axis if it is vertex and focus. Okay, so are at 2 and 4 unit respectively from the origin. Okay, so this is your origin. Vertex and focus are 2 and so this is your vertex and this is your focus. This is your 2 units and this is your 2 units. Okay, so clearly from here we can see that this is and this will be your directrix obviously. So directrix is passing through origin. Okay, which of the following point does not lie on it? Okay, so now let me actually create that equation. So this point px comma y, correct? Your focus will be 4 comma 0, correct? And your directrix 4 comma 0, right? On the positive. Now this directrix will be what? Y-axis is your directrix. X is equals to 0. So let's find out the PF is equals to PM, right? So distance between this x minus 4 square plus y minus 0 square is equals to, now this distance everybody is what? Clearly this distance is nothing but x only, right? X. This distance is what? X, no? Distance from y-axis, mod x square. That's it. So this is x square plus 16 minus 8x plus y square is equals to x square cancel, and you have got y square is equals to 8x minus 16. This is your parabola. Okay, now you can just go on and put any point. So let me just, if I put B point, 8 comma 6. Okay, 8 comma 6. Can anybody check 8 comma 6 is lying or not? So this is 36 and this is going to be 64 minus 16. So clearly that this point doesn't lie. Option B. So option B is the correct one. Okay. Yes. All right. Now you know what? Apart from standard parabola, understand that we have shifted vertex parabola as well. The problems of shifted vertex parabola you will see more. In fact, the question which we did was all about shifted parabola only. So very easy. Understand y square is equals to 4ax is having 0 comma 0 as the origin. But now you are having vertex as h comma k, so it will be y minus k whole square is equals to 4ax minus h. See, this is the parabola. Basically, your h comma k is the vertex and it is not at origin. Okay, so suppose origin is here. But you know what? The coordinates will get changed. Okay, every x coordinate may you have to add h and every y coordinate may you have to add k. That's it. Remember what was the a comma 0 was the focus. So now the focus will be a plus h and 0 plus k. A plus h, 0 plus k. Okay? Yes? Like that. Okay? So, and this is what again? Minus 4ax minus h. Let's do a question to understand it better. Now understand. The equation of parabola with vertex 4 comma minus 3 and length of latus rectum is 4. And you know what? Horizontal axis. Horizontal axis may you have two parabola, y square is equals to 4ax and y square is equals to minus 4ax. Okay. Here capital Y will be replaced by what? Y minus k. And capital X will be replaced by x minus k. Okay. So y minus k, x minus h. This is h comma k. Vertex is h comma k. Correct? Now replace. Capital Y will become y plus 3 whole square is equals to plus minus 4a. This x will be replaced by what? X minus 4. This is your answer. Okay. Horizontal axis. Horizontal axis, everybody. Okay. So now let's check. I think 4a. Acha. Now one more thing, because this 4a is nothing but latus rectum only. So this 4a will get replaced by just 4. Okay, 4 units. So where is 4? Y plus 3 whole square. Can you see option A is absolutely right. Rest everything is false. Are you now getting it? Why B, C, D, everything is wrong? Okay. Chalo, let's do one more question. Find the equation of parabola whose focus and vertex are the points 0, 2 and 0, 4 respectively. Again, we are going to stick to basics. Equation of parabola whose focus, this is focus and this is your what? Vertex. Okay, let me draw. 0, 2 will lie somewhere over here and 0, 4 lies somewhere over. This is your focus, this is your vertex. Obviously, this will look like this. Always, parabola is towards your focus, correct? Okay, so this is 0, 2 and this is 0, 4. And what will be the directrix? Can anybody tell me? See, this is 2 units. So directrix will be 2 units away from the vertex. This is y is equals to, now tell me, y is equals to what? So this is 4, 5, 6. Y is equals to 6 is directrix. So now you have directrix and focus. And you know what? If you have directrix and focus of any parabola now, you can create that equation by using PS is equals to PM. What is PS? So this is your P, or PF is equals to PM, like that. So PF is equals to PM. Square square. P is nothing but x comma y. Find out, huh? So x minus 0 square plus y minus 2 square is equals to PM square, correct? And that is going to be what? This length we are looking for. So this length will be, can anybody tell me this length? See ma'am, the whole length is 6 units. See, this is whole 6 units. 6. And what about this? This is your y unit. 6 minus y is this particular length. 6 minus y whole square is PM square. X square plus y square plus 4 minus 4y is equals to 36 plus y square minus 12y. Y square cancel. X square is equals to 32. Okay, and you have plus 12 minus 4 is 8y. This is your equation of parabola, everybody. Okay. Which question do you want me to repeat, Parth? What happened? See, understand. Equation of parabola whose focus and vertex. Focus is what? 0, 2. Vertex is what? 0, 4. Correct? Now, this is your vertex. So, parabola starts from vertex only. Now, how to draw my parabola? So, clearly, parabola will be drawn towards the focus, na? That's how it is. Parabola is always enclosing the focus. You can't do upward parabola. It has to be like that. Okay, ma'am. Got it. Now, this is your parabola. This is vertex. This is focus. Okay. Now, we are figuring out the directrix. Directrix will be the outside of the parabola. And you know what? Vertex being the midpoint. So, this is 0, 4. This is 0, 2. So, 2 units away you will get now. So, this is y is equals to 6. So, 6, 4, 2. That's how the midpoint thing will be there. Okay. Now, you have focus, you have directrix. Can you not find the equation of parabola using basic definition of parabola? That we have a moving point x comma y whose distance from fixed point is equals to distance from fixed line. So, you have fixed line, you have everything. Okay. Yes, Parth? Matched, correct. Gotcha, everyone. Chalo. Now one question I will give it to you. I think that you guys can do it. Let's see how many of you can do it. I'll give you some time. Okay. Waiting. Okay, yes. So vertex is -2 comma -2. Okay, now I am not going to fall in this thing. Okay, anyway, I can see that x is equals to y is that line. See, -2 -2. So this is your line. Okay, -2 comma -2, not this. -2 comma -2. This is not x is equals to y. Oops, sorry. This is your x is equals to y. So now vertex is -2 comma -2 and focus is what? -6 comma -6. So this is how your parabola will look like. Okay, -2 comma -2 and -6 comma -6. Okay, and this is going to be your directrix. So this distance is going to will be a. Okay, this distance will be a, correct? So all I am looking for is, see, first of all, this is what? Y is equals to x line. This is your axis, by the way. What is axis, ma'am? Axis is nothing but a line joining focus and vertex is what? Axis only. Now, what you are looking for is to find equation of any parabola. What do you need? What do you need? Tell me. So, ma'am, it is very simple. We just need focus, which is given to you, and we need directrix. That's it. Once we get that, we can easily calculate the equation of parabola, right or wrong? Yes. Now, we know that my directrix will be perpendicular to the axis. Okay, ma'am. So, the slope of my directrix will be what? Slope of my directrix. So, here slope is 1, so 90 degree slope is -1. Okay. Now, one more thing. How to find the equation of directrix? So to find the equation of directrix, we just need this point. By the way, ma'am, you told us vertex is the midpoint of focus and foot of directrix. Can we not use that? Yes, definitely. So it is going to be what? -6. This is what? Minus a comma minus a. Okay. So, or a comma a. Not a. Sorry. It will be k comma k. Yes. Cool. So -6 plus k by 2 is equals to -2. So -6 plus k is equals to -4. K is equals to 2. So k is equals to 2. So this is 2 comma 2. Right? So now -1 and 2 comma 2. This is your directrix. So y minus 2 is equals to minus x minus 2. Right? So y minus 2 is equals to minus x plus 2. So y plus x is equals to 4 is your directrix. Correct? Now you have your directrix, you have your focus. What will you do? So ma'am, directrix and focus you have. So we will have a point P whose distance PS is equals to PM, right? And square. So x plus 6 whole square plus y plus 6 whole square is equals to PM square. Okay? PM square. What is PM square? PM square. So P, where is P? P is ma'am x comma y. So P is nothing but the point. So P is x comma y. Now distance of x comma y from this line, perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance, straight lines everybody. Okay. Perpendicular distance from a point on a line. Abhijit, did you watch my straight lines session? No, right? Just go and watch that. X comma y and this, right? So this is x plus y minus 4. Put this point x comma y on this line upon root 2 and this is whole square. This is how we find distance of a point from a line. Yes or no? ax1 plus by1 plus c1 plus c upon square root of a square plus b square. Now there is a square on this distance. That's why we have applied the square. Okay, so this is how it is. And just open it, you will get your answer. Okay, I'll show it to you. See, this is the distance formula. This is the point and line thing. You open it. This is what the equation of parabola you will get. Now, this is not a standard parabola. Yes. Okay. Okie dokie, everybody. Yes. All right. Perfecto. Now let's take the things a notch higher, basically next level. Let's go into the parabola next level. Okay. What's the next level in the parabola? Y square is equals to 4ax. Do you remember there were parametric coordinates for your, what do we say? Parametric coordinates for circle, a cos theta, comma a sin theta. Now we do have parametric coordinates for parabola as well. And you know what? Parametric coordinates, what do they do? Why do we need to learn parametric coordinates of any curve? Because trust me, students think that parametric coordinates are quite irritating. But you know what? They are there to make your job easier. That's what the students ignore. Because they feel that, oh, parametric coordinate, first of all, I don't even understand when to apply parametric coordinate. Okay? So understand this, that just there is a slight difference of expanding our level. Just one level if you upgrade yourself, na, ki acha, let me understand. Let me just see in what all scenarios parametric coordinate are used, and you know what? After using this, the whole question become very easy. You start with that mindset. Change your mindset completely while studying parametric coordinate. We are going to in different dimension altogether. Okay, let me warn you or tell you. Okay, so y square is equals to 4ax. The parametric coordinate is 80 square comma 280. Okay, so over here, if you put x is equals to 80 square, your y will be 280. And in that manner, all the parameters, this is most important, correct? Now you know what, if at all you have to figure out the negative one, so minus 80 square comma 280. I think these two are easy to remember. Okay, now the other two you just have to interchange, 280 comma 80 square, 280 comma minus 80 square. Okay, all right, chalo, let's do one question to understand the parametric coordinate a little better. Okay, all right. Locus of a point which divides the line segment joining 0, minus 1 and a point on a parabola. First of all, I can see this is an upward facing parabola. Yes, ma'am. Upward facing parabola. X square is equals to 4y. Correct? Yes. Now, what they are saying is locus of a point which divides the line segment joining 0, minus 1. 0, minus 1 is right here. Okay, 0, minus 1 and this point on parabola, let's say. Okay. So now there is, understand what the language is trying to say. Locus of a point. So there is a point which divides this line segment in 1:2 ratio. Okay. Which line segment? So suppose this is A and this is your B. Correct? Now this is your point P, which is H comma K, which divides AB in 1:2 ratio. Correct? Section formula, clearly that a point divides the line segment. So section formula will apply. To apply section formula, understand we need to know these 2 points, extreme points. A to we know, ma'am. What about B? B lies on parabola. Tell me, you tell me now, what to do with B? So over here, we have to assume the coordinates of parabola, which is 80 square comma 280. Okay. Right. Now apply the section formula. So H will be what? 2 times 0. Okay. Plus 1 time 80 square. 2 plus 1, 3. Do you remember? So H is equals to 80 square by 3. Or you can say that 3H is equals to 80 square. This is the equation. Similarly, K. So, ma'am, 2 into minus 1 plus 1 into 280 upon 3. Correct? So 3k is equals to 280 minus 2. Okay? Now what to do? How to find locus? I hope you know that all we have to do is eliminate t. So let's do that. 3h is equals to a into t square. What is t? Let's get the value of t from here. So t will be, ma'am, 3k plus 2 upon 2a. This is your t and this is your square. Okay. So this is 9x square is equals to a. Correct. This is 9y square plus 4 plus 12y and this is your 4a square. A cancel. So 36xa is equals to 9y square plus 4 plus 12y. Hold on. There is a parabola. A is anyway 1. Correct? A is anyway 1. So if A is 1, I think I don't have to go by this. Okay, if A is 1, put A is equals to 1, right? So now if A is 1, this is gone and this is also gone. Yes. So 3h is equals to t square. Okay, t square. What is t? So 3k minus 2. So 3k plus 2 upon 2 whole square. Correct. One is to 2. Why my expression is not correct? H is equals to 2t by 2. 80 square. Oops, my bad. What did I do? Oops. I just messed up everything. And nobody told me also. Tell me, what kind of parabola is this? What kind of parabola? X square is equals to 4ay. So it's 80 square comma 280. No. 280 comma 80 square. Yes, that's better. Okay, and A is anyway 1. So 2t comma t square are the coordinates. Now it's good. Now apply the section formula. Okay, so this is going to be h equals to, this is 1 into 2t. Okay, plus 2 into 0. 2 into 0 upon 3. So clearly 3h is equals to 2t. Okay. Second, now k. K, everybody k. 2 into minus 1, so minus 2 and plus 80 square upon 3. So 3k is equals to, from here, 3k plus 2 is equals to a. A is already gone, no? So t square. Okay, and from here, can you see? 3h by 2 is equals to t. So 3k plus 2 is equals to 3h by 2 square. Basically what we have done is eliminated t, that's it. Okay. Now that's it, you just have to solve it. So 4 3s are 12y plus 4 2s are 8 is equals to 9x square. Clearly that this is matching with option A. Okay. All right, clear. Let's talk about the next question on the screen. Okay, a little bit like texty question, too much text, but let's see. Let's try to draw. P be a point on the parabola y square is equals to 12x and n be the foot of the perpendicular drawn from P. Okay, first of all, let me draw. Y square is equals to 4ax. Okay, so this is going to be your point 3, 0. Okay, P be a point on the parabola and N be the foot of perpendicular, correct? P be the point on parabola. This is your point P. And N be the foot of perpendicular. So now I think this is the parabola 80 square comma 280. Right? 80 square comma 280. So it will be 3t square comma 6t. Okay. All right. So now this is your N. This is your N. N point over here will be what? 3t foot of C. N be the foot of perpendicular drawn from P on the axis of parabola. So this will be 3t square comma 0. Y coordinate will be 0. Right? What we are going to do is one by one we are decoding this with the help of geometry. Whatever is written I am converting into the graph. Okay, till now. A line is now drawn through the midpoint M of Pn. Okay. So this is my Pn. Got it? And parallel to its axis which meets the parabola at Q. So what they are doing is they are taking midpoint of Pn, that is going to be M, and now a line now drawn through midpoint M of Pn parallel to the axis of parabola. So this is your line. Okay, so this is your Q, correct? And the y-intercept of NQ, where is NQ? Yes, this is your NQ. Y-intercept of NQ is 4 by 3 then. Okay. I think too many things are already there. Okay. Chalo, let's decode this now. P point you have, N point you have, M is the midpoint. So I think M so you can calculate. M point everybody. So M point will be 3t square only. Right, because it is lying on this line perpendicular, comma 60 plus 0 by 2 will be 3t, midpoint. Using midpoint I have found. Okay everybody, M point you have. Now you know what, since these two are parallel, okay, so this is the line where y remains same. So this q coordinate will have same y, that means 3t. Correct or not? See, if you are saying that M is having 3t square comma 3t, no? That means you're saying this length is 3t. So this length will also be 3t. That means Q coordinate will have Y coordinate as 3t. Okay. And now Q lies on parabola. By the way, can you see? Q lies on parabola. Okay. If Q lies on parabola, then you can put this 3t on this Y. So 3t whole square is equals to 12x. So clearly your 9t square by 12 will be x. So 3 3s are 3 4s are 3 by 4t square. So 3 by 4t square is your point Q. Okay. So this so you have seen. Now correct. Now if the y, so this is your Q. What they are saying is if the y-intercept of NQ is 4 by 3. So now they are talking about this line NQ. NQ. Right? N you have, Q you have. Q also you have. N and Q. So what you can do is, and you are looking for y-intercept, right? Y-intercept of NQ is this. And what they are saying is 4 by 3. So this distance is 4 by 3. So this is 4 by 3. What they are asking is then MQ is what they are asking. MQ, this length. Okay. N is there, Q is there. So. You can write the equation of this line. Okay. Yes. N is what? 3t square comma 0. Can we do that? Write the equation of line Qn. Qn everybody. Okay. So it is going to be y minus 0 is equals to slope will be there and x minus 3t square. Slope, can anybody tell me? y2 minus y1. So slope M will be what? 3t upon 3 by 4 minus 3. So 3 by 4 minus 3 t square. Okay, so t cancel and 4 3s are 12. So this is minus. So this is 3 upon minus 9 and this is 4. This is t. 3 ones are 3s are. Minus 4 by 3 t. This is your slope, minus 4 by 3. Okay. So y is equals to minus 4t by 3 x minus 3t square. This is the equation of Qn, everybody. Now what is given? What is given over here? This is equation of Qn. Step by step we are going, right? Okay. So now it will be what? Minus 4t by 3. Now you're looking for NQ, right? So y-intercept. Y-intercept you get when you put x is equals to 0, correct? So put x is equals to 0. If you put x is equals to 0, your y will be 4 by 3, correct? So 4 by 3 is equals to minus 4 by 3t and this is minus 3t square, okay? 4 by 3 cancel. And one more thing, this t is not here, this t is here. This t is here. So t and t also gets cancelled out, correct? And you minus also gone. So t is coming out as 1 by 3. The moment your 3 is there, t value is there. So I think the moment your t is coming out as 1 by 3 now, t is coming out as, can you see, 1 by 3. The moment your t is 1 by 3, so what is the value of mq? We can calculate mq, okay? So m and q, yes, we can see that. See, mq is nothing but if you check this now, mq length will be what? Mq length will be what? X coordinate, difference of x coordinate will give you mq length, right? Because y is anyway same. So it is going to be mod of 3t square minus 3 by 4t square. So which is going to be 9t square by 4. So this is 1 by 4. 1 by 4. Okay. 1 by 4. Option A is absolutely correct. Good question, I would say. Lengthy question. Yes. Tell me, everyone. Getting it? Yes? Okay. Now let's talk about some standard notation for parabola. But you know what? Till now what we have seen is like standard parabola. But let me tell you, because you know what? You have seen all kinds of parabola now. We are creating and we are getting different like non-standard parabola also. Yes? So in that case, can you see a general second degree equation in x and y can represent different conics. Okay, so basically ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0. This is a second degree equation in x and y. This can represent multiple curves. It can represent pair of straight line also. It can represent parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. It can represent circle also. Okay, we are here to find out that when exactly this equation is going to behave as conic section, parabola, ellipse or hyperbola. In that case, we have to consider this determinant. Now you'll be like, ma'am, what kind of determinant is this? Don't worry, Ninja ma'am has one trick also to remember this. All hostel girls having boyfriend go for cinema. Okay, so this is that delta, correct? If this delta is 0, then this equation represents pair of straight lines. Okay, understand this type of question doesn't even come in JEE Main. I am just telling you this because you should be aware. No need to take tension that oh so many things will be there, but at least you should have the knowledge. If this delta is 0, then pair of straight line. If non-zero, then you have to figure out that h square and AB is having what kind of relationship. H square minus EB less than 0 to means ellipse, equal to 0 means parabola, and greater than 0 means hyperbola. Okay, this is the identification. Now, you know what? We have seen this in circles chapter as well. Okay, so some standard notation you should be aware. I am going to repeat this in parabola, but I am going to tell you these standard notations. Okay, these are the standard notation. Okay, now see, understand. Suppose this is an equation of conic. Okay, suppose this is an equation of conic. You don't have to worry about it. I am just telling you that this is a parabola. Suppose. Okay, so now two things you should understand: T and S1 related to a point. So there will be a point x1 comma y1. Okay, x1 comma y1. So S1, what is S1? S1 means nothing but related to this point. Just put this point on this curve. So what you will get is S1. This is S1 standard notation. I'll use this S1. Okay, understood? S1 means nothing but if point is given, you have to put that point, find the value of that S1. It will be a numerical value. Okay. Now for if at all I look for T, two terms I am explaining to you, right? S1 and T. S1 and T. Right? S1 means you put the complete point. But T is something else. In T, what do you do? When you see x square, replace it with x1. Y square, replace it with y1. If you see x, replace with x plus x1 by 2, midpoint thing. Y plus y1 by 2, like this. Okay. So we'll get T. Suppose ax square. So x square will become x1. 2hxy, here x will become what? X plus x1 by 2 and y plus, okay, xy is xy1 plus yx1 by 2. Y square will be yy1. X will be what? X plus x1 by 2. Y will be y plus y1 by 2. C will remain C. Okay? Yes? Alright, these are the normal notation which, what is S? Abhijit, I told you, if a point is, S means curve. S means curve, conic. The equation of conic, I am calling it as X. Okay? Calling it as S. Tell me one thing. If at all, Abhijit, if at all I have not, your parents have not given you any name, Abhijit, understand? Why your name is so important? Suppose randomly one parent decide that I am not going to name my student. So what will you call them, Abhijit? Are you going to call them two eyes, curly hair? Huh? Are you going to like describe the appearance? Broad shoulder? Big nails? Small nails? What? How are you going to call them? It will be so much confusion, don't you think? So that is why now if you're going to ask me what's the equation of parabola, so I'll be like x squared plus y squared plus 2 then you'll be like, can you just say that again? I'll be like x squared plus y squared. We are giving name an equation to parabola, S equation. Put it in S equation. Put it in L equation. Right? Much easier. I hope you're understanding now. Okay. Now understand, we have understood that suppose this is a parabola. Now there could be three conditions. This x1 comma y1 is lying on the parabola. What does that mean? If you put that point on the parabola and if it is giving you 0, that means point P lies on the curve. Yes? Okay. And now, if at all, this point you put on curve this and you are getting a positive. Obviously, if the point is lying outside, you will not get a 0. But what will you get? You will get a positive value outside the curve. Less than 0 means inside the curve. Okay? Getting it? Understanding it? Okay. Now let's learn the position of a line with respect to parabola. Okay, suppose this is a parabola. Now suppose this line intersect the parabola at two different points. This can be a situation. Or there could be a second situation where your line is touching the parabola, or it could be that your parabola and line are not doing anything with each other, neither cutting nor intersecting. This is the case of secant. Okay, so if you solve a parabola and line together, what will you get? Tell me. You will get these 2 points. Okay, if you solve the equation of line with equation of parabola, what will you get? 2 points, right? So if you are solving something and you are getting 2 solutions, what does that mean? 2 solution, 2 different solution. Remember quadratic equation. Discriminant greater than 0 for 2 distinct and real solution. This is your tangent, right? Okay. Tangent means what? That now if you solve parabola and line, you are going to get a single solution. You can't get 2 solutions. That means discriminant is equals to 0. Okay. And this, if you solve parabola and line, you will realize that you are not getting anything. That means no real solution, discriminant less than 0, neither secant nor tangent. Neither secant nor tangent. Secant, tangent, neither secant nor tangent. Okay. See, solve a line with conic to get a quadratic equation. Now, if that quadratic equation discriminant is positive, that means you can, so basically if a line and parabola is given to you, you can tell me, you can tell anyone else in the world that what is the situation between line and a parabola. Okay. By solving. So you'll be like, okay, if at all line cuts the conic, okay, so discriminant will be greater than 0, equal to 0, that means tangent to conic, less than 0 means neither tangent, neither this. Okay, chalo, let's do one question, everyone. Ready? Ready for the question? Ready for the question, everybody? Find the condition that Lx plus My, Lx, there was a student whose name was Alex in my offline classes, Alex. And I always used to teach parabola and conic section. I was like, Alex. I remember him right now. Find the condition that Lx plus My plus 1 is equals to 0 is tangent to this. So clearly, ma'am, tangent condition is, ma'am, you just calculate the value of y or x. Let's calculate the value of y from here. Minus Lx plus 1, okay, upon m, and put it over here. So it is Lx plus 1 upon m whole square is equals to 4x. L square x square plus 1 plus 2lx is equals to 4m square x. Okay. So now, you know what? This is a quadratic equation in x. Discriminant equals to 0. This is the condition of tangency. So b square. So understand now. L square x square plus 12 minus 4m square x plus 1 is equals to 0. Now you know what is b. B square is equals to 4ac. So 12 minus 4m square, b square, is equals to 4ac. Open it. So 4l square plus 16m power 4 minus 4 to side, it is 16m square l is equals to 4l square. Clearly 4l square gone, 16 also gone. So m power 4 is equals to m square l, correct? If you take m out, okay, so it is going to be m square is equals to l. M square l, option C. Yes? Okay. Clear? All right, all right, all right. And okay. Now let's talk about tangent of a parabola. So there are three ways you can write the equation of tangent. Okay. Number one is what? Suppose, okay, let me go back and let me tell you. Suppose y square is equals to 4ax. Correct? And y is equals to mx plus c. I need to find a condition for this line y is equals to mx plus c to become a tangent for this parabola. What will I do? I'll be like, okay, ma'am, if you solve it, so mx plus c whole square is equals to 4ax. Okay, I'm just solving it, putting the value of y. M square x square. Okay, now plus 2mcx minus 4ax plus c square is equals to 0. Okay, so b you will get from here. You know that d is equals to 0 is the condition of tangency. Okay, we are finding the condition of tangency. Condition of tangency. So discriminant, so 2m c minus 4a whole square is equals to 4ac. Correct? Now let's open this. So this is 4m square c square plus 16a square minus, it is going to be 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, amc is equals to 4m square c square. 4m square c square, 4m m square c square gone. 16. So this is 2a square is equals to amc. amc. A cancel, right? 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. This is going to be 16 only, right? So this is also 16. That's why this is gone. So C is equals to A by M. What does that mean? That equation of tangent of a parabola, you have already derived it. No need to remember the derivation, but you need to remember the tangent. Y is equals to mx plus c. Here c we have just calculated is nothing but a by m. This is the equation of which parabola? Standard parabola. Y square is equals to 4ax. Okay. Now suppose you have got a point, right? And now you have to write the equation of parabola. Correct? So what will you do? Now remember, we did that exercise S1 and T. So now T is equals to 0 will be the equation. T is equals to 0. How come, ma'am? Yes, I'll tell you. Y square will be replaced by y1. And 4ax will be replaced by x plus x1 by 2. So clearly this is the condition. This is actually the equation. Can you see this is a straight line? This has become a straight line. Right? So this is your tangent at a point. Now parametric form. Again, 80 square comma 280 are the parametric coordinates of the parabola. Y square is equals to 4ax, everybody. Yes? Alright. Okay. So now what we are going to do is 80 square comma 280. So we'll again y1, right? Y1 is what? So y 280 is equals to 2ax plus x1. Where is x1? 80 square. Correct? So 2a and 2a cancel. So ty is equals to x plus 80 square. Very important. So 3 equations of tangent you have to remember. Okay. Now from this, okay, after this what we are going to do is we are going to handle tomorrow. Okay. And the session PDF you might be looking for. And go. We mic should work. It's working now, right? It's working now? Yes. Okay. So what I was telling you is about the PDF, right? I hope it is audible. So if you go here